So this introduction to music education has really changed my vision of what music education is and what it should be, and what I would like to see in future music education. One of the biggest readings that influenced me was the Wozniak reading, how it so pointedly explained how what we teach and what we don't teach really influences students, and how consciously or unconsciously they're absorbing so much and so many implications that we're teaching them about the world. Another one was the Daw reading. I was frustrated that she didn't have opportunities to learn and think critically and to learn independently until very late in her education. It really made me angry because I was afforded those opportunities, and I feel like they were some of the most important opportunities I had. So her being denied that really frustrated me and highlighted just how important these kinds of opportunities are. In my interviews, it really highlighted just how important music education is to the development of one's personhood. Everyone highlighted that they remembered their music education, that they really enjoyed it, and that they carried these skills from their music education into the passion that they decided to follow. My philosophy and my vision for music education is I want to see a future of music education where we take into consideration how music contributes to a whole person. My vision for music education would be that we have an environment where failure is part of the process, it's part of the journey, and that it's celebrated, and that we're not just focused on an outcome and like the final product. But I also want an environment where students have high standards for themselves. It's not an external factor, it's that they love what they do, and they want to make something great, and they want to be proud of what they do. And that's something I want very, very much. The other thing I want students to understand is that music and art doesn't exist in a vacuum. I want students to understand that everything that they create influences the world, while simultaneously being influenced by it and being conscious of those influences. I also want them to understand how music is really fundamentally connected to culture and history, and how closely tied it is, and how big of an influence art has on the world. I want them to understand and appreciate that and be conscious of it, not only in the music classroom, but in their daily lives with advertisements and propaganda and what's on the news, and in like just everything that they're surrounded by. They're constantly surrounded by art, and that it doesn't always have to be in a classroom. I want them to understand how closely it's tied to culture now and how it has been throughout history. This has been an eye-opening experience, and I hope to continue this vision. Thank you.